Hey, greetings everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Plan B Success. The other day I came across a post which I thought was pretty interesting. Someone who just turned 40 concluded that he might live for another 20, perhaps 30 years, which he stated turns out to be roughly 10,000 days. He realized it's time to have a plan in place and ensure none of these days are merely wasted. Now, that's an interesting way to look at the future, don't you think? 30 years versus 10,000 days? Suddenly, things seem to fall into perspective, don't they? One of the secrets to a zestful life is having an aspiration and a strong determination to follow through, no matter what your age. It doesn't necessarily have to be just one or something really big and lofty that you want to achieve. It can be numerous aspirations, which are perhaps just simple pleasures in life. Some of you, my friends, may prefer to call it the bucket list. Once you aspire for something, to plan for it meticulously, executing on that plan while ensuring you aren't deviating from your goals, impromptu decisions to tackle, unforeseen obstacles, and finally achieving what you plan to accomplish have their own unique sweetness and sense of fulfillment that each of us must cherish. You don't have to wait for the world to tell you who you are or what you are. You know it yourself. You can be whatever you want so long as you make the determination and you tell the world who you are or what you are. Because once you believe in it and you tell the world about it, the world starts believing in it. That's how things work, not the other way around. Don't wait for the world to tell you who you are or what you are and what you should do. And that's an important perspective that everyone has to take to heart. Change in perspective only helps put us back on track where we might have indulged in inertia for too long. I can see that in the post that I just read about. It's an awakening for the person, but apparently there's been inertia, don't you think so? When you wake up one day and say, I have 10,000 days to live, I got to make the best use of it. Obviously, until you get that realization, you haven't really put in a lot of effort or thought into your own life. You let it blow by the wind, or you did as determined by the world around you, your parents, your friends, your teachers, guardians, whoever it might be. And that's an important perspective. It's never late to wake up and realize who you are and what you want to be and move in that direction, no matter what the age. It's never too late. It's better to wake up one day and know where you want to go, what you want to do, and make things count than just drift through life altogether. Change in perspective puts us back on track, where we might have indulged in inertia for too long, as I said. I believe that such incidents or deferred views only help refocus on a track previously treaded on, and perhaps you meandered away from. There's no telling that you wake up one day and you realize you've got a life to take stock of. You always wanted that, or you always had it in the back of your mind. You never got too close to that thought. Although such wake-up calls from time to time are important and are necessary too, one in pursuit of a burning aspiration should never need them. So you would think. But we all need it from time to time. We all need to be nudged from time to time in order to say, this is the direction that you need to go in. This is what you want. This is the direction that you are going in. And I think it's there in the back of our mind, as I said, and it comes to the fore in terms when you're under stress or under pressure or just contemplating on your own life. And it's a wake-up call, or it's a reminder that, make sure that you get back on track. Make sure that you reset your compass and go down the direction that you need to and you want to. Constant focus is definitely an imperative, but being human does come in the way. And that's what it is. And that's where it brings you back on track. life gets in the way, so to speak. You might have an aspiration or an ambition or a direction you want to go in, but life does have a way of getting in the way. And from time to time, these reminders put you back on track in order to continue down the path that you wanted at the back of your head, that you always wanted to traverse on. And there's a formula that you can use in order to make sure that you achieve what you set out to do. The plan, act, realign, act, plan strategy is what I like to call it. You need to plan. You need to act on it. Life gets in the way. You meander away. You need to realign. You need to continue acting on your realigned strategy and then take stock of the situation in order to see where you are, what you're doing, and how that's helping out. Plan or redo or reset your plan and then continue down the path of action. While doing this, you will time and again come face to face with your own persona. You'll be able to review and improve upon a better self. You'll be looking at your own reflection. You'll be looking at yourself and saying, this is where I started. Point A. Point B is where I want to be. And along the journey, how am I evolving? How am I changing? And that's an important barometer to keep a check on so that you're evolving in the right direction. So whatever your vision of you as a person, vision of your accomplishments is, that's the direction that you should be taking. And all of us, whether consciously or unconsciously, have this in the back of our mind and need to do it. We need to realign ourselves with our own personas, the current as well as the future. And that's how you make sure that you improve upon yourself to turn into a better self, and will also cross your achievements and cherish them with a sense of fulfillment that I related before. Not just professionally, but aim to have these aspirations in your personal life as well. It's not always about your career, right? On the personal front too, you should have your ambitions and aspirations for who you want to be. If there's a certain amount of time that you need to spend on meditating, for instance, on introspection, for instance, or on video games, if that's what you enjoy, then you need to be able to do that. So personally too, have aspirations for yourself on things that will improve you as a person, on things that you enjoy as well. Seek to be a better parent, a better spouse, a better brother, sister, a better friend, a better you. After all, you are the one who's going to create your very own legacy. If you like what you hear, please be sure to subscribe. And if any of this information helps you, please make sure that you share it with others so they might benefit as well. If you'd like to know more about me, please visit www.rajeevmudumba.com. And for more episodes like this, please make sure you visit Plan B Success. Thank you.